Well, I'm sure you're aware of this by now. Trump used Dr. Fauci's some comments that Dr. Fauci made in a campaign advertisement. And, you know, I've talked about how my hope with Trump would be he destroyed NATO. My hope with Trump would be that he would destabilize America and he'd make the rest of the world lose faith. He's done that, and he's done more than that. I mean, I honestly believe Donald Trump is the end of American public health being seen as any kind of prominence. It'll still exist, but it'll be like a 7-year-old telling a doctor how to do open heart surgery. You know what I mean? You don't slap him, you don't shut him up. The little boy means well, but he's a child, and you know that. And that to me is what I'm dramatizing, but to me Trump is the end, because I think that was America's soft power. I think for a very long time the world had confidence in America. That's how bright this light is. I think the world had confidence in America, and the world had good reason. But not only did Donald Trump take Dr. Fauci's words out of context, this is dangerous because Fauci is the head of the CDC. We don't want the CDC to be political, dumbasses. It's not supposed to be. Fauci's done everything he could to keep from being. You know what Trump really is? Trump is like a 12-year-old kid that you take to like a military cemetery, and you're like telling him like to be quiet and stuff, and he's like just walking on graves and chewing gum with the guard soldier changing the guard. No honor. That's Donald Trump. He has no honor, and he doesn't understand what honor is. He doesn't get it. Dr. Fauci is operating, because I know people like him, he's operating in the sense that, look, man, I respect chain of command, and I respect the office of the presidency, but I deserve respect too, because of what I've worked for and what I've earned, my degrees and all this kind of stuff, my position. Fauci won't say certain things because he doesn't have to. He shouldn't have to. But all of that is like treating Trump like an honorable person when Trump is not an honorable. Trump is a 12-year-old in a military cemetery. He's in a place of reverence. Even people who don't even agree with the wars, don't agree with the Vietnam War, the Iraq War, even people like me who don't believe in imperialism, still respect the people who go and die under the flag. Respect the families who are left without fathers, without husbands, without brothers. We still respect that, guys. Just because we don't agree with imperialism doesn't mean we don't respect the people that fight for the cause of imperialism. Trump doesn't respect, he's the other side of it. He doesn't respect anything. And so, I mean, I don't know what Fauci will do. I mean, we watched Paul Ryan go in there and try to make a fool of Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci's like, no, that's not what I said. Did you take anything I said out of context? Because that's what Republicans do. At the end of the day, they don't honor anything. They just, the abortion thing and the gay people and stuff like that. But they don't honor anything that goes outside of that. They believe in industry and making money. And anything that gets in the way of those two things is the enemy. Period. Anything gets in the way of those things is communism, it's whatever they want to call it, but it's the enemy. Period. We don't want Fauci to be political. We don't want the CDC to be political. Do I need to understand? Do I need to explain to you why that's dangerous? Because in a reasonable, rational society, which America is not, by no stretch of the imagination, this country is not reasonable, nor is it rational in many ways. But in a rational system, in a rational society, we would want Fauci to be able to work with the next president, Republican or Democrat. And that's because the CDC is not political. They're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be trying to find cures, trying to look ahead on disease. But when you're a fascist and you've molded this country in a fascist image, everything is political because that's what you have to do. I think that it's a further dumbing down of Trump's message because people can find this out. That's not what he was talking about. I mean, so much of Trump's politics, I call it schoolyard bully, which is taking it out of context, calling everybody a communist, calling everybody this, making fun of retarded people, making fun of fat people, just this childish stuff. It's schoolyard bully because when a schoolyard bully makes fun of people and he's like, well, you're a fag, that's not. When the schoolyard bully calls somebody a fag, that's not like a message. That's just making fun. Or he says, you don't talk to girls. That's just something to make fun of people and tease them. That's what Trump's rhetoric is. So much of it is just teasing and making fun of and immaturity. It's just, I don't know, guys.